Hello, welcome to Biology for You. In this video, we are going to discuss the major contributions in the field of cell biology. So, in this video, we are going to discuss some important discoveries in the field of cell biology, who really fueled up and developed such study called cell biology. So, here, the first in the year of 1665, and the scientist named Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke, he discovered the cell. So by his time there was no powerful microscopes, so he made one kind of primitive microscope by his own hands. So it is having two magnifying lenses fixed to a stand. So in his primitive microscope, he could able to observe the arrangement of cells in a bottle cork tissue. So he used this sample bottle cork tissue so that he could able to observe the dead cells, and which are arranged in the form of honeycomb. So he could able to observe only these honeycomb like structures, and he could not able to see anything inside them, and he named them as cell because the cell means the room. So he would able to observe small little rooms arranged in some form of tissue. So he named them as the cell, which means the room, little room. So the next discovery is in the year of 1676 by Antony van Leeuwenhoek. So this famous scientist called Antony van Leeuwenhoek able to observe the living cells for the first time. So he used many biological samples like pond water and even some bodily secretions, and he could able to observe some of the floating bacteria and some of the living cells in his samples, and he is the first one who observed the living cells. And the next discovery was happened in the year of 1831. So the scientist named Robert Brown. So the scientist named Robert Brown was famous for his discovery of the nucleus. So inside a cell, he could able to see a nucleus. So he is the first person who identified the nucleus. And followed by, in the year of 1838, a botanist, German botanist called Matthias Scladen and he is famous for Matthias Scladen is famous for his contribution to the cell theory. So he is basically a botanist who observed vast variety of plants, and he observed that the plant cells are having rigid outer boundaries. And in the following year, in 1839, the other scientist called Theodore Schwann And this this scientist called Theodor Schwann is sorry Theodor Schwann is also a contributor of the cell theory. So he is basically a zoologist, and he observed many animal cells, and he observed that there is a thin layer around the animal cells, and both of them together proposed a theory called cell theory. So based on his botany and zoology knowledge of both of them, they could able to propose one theory called cell theory, and it states that all living things, living beings, or all living tissues are made up of cells. And they also stated that the cell is the unit of life. So basically, if it is the unit of life, that means the cell is the main key player of the structural and functional roles of the living beings. So it monitor the structural and functional roles of the living beings. And in the year of 1840, the famous scientist called J.E. Purkinje he proposed the term protoplasm. So J.E. Purkinje is famous for his identification or for his discovery of protoplasm. He only coined the term protoplasm to the liquid portion in the living cells. And in the year of 1855, the scientist called Rudolf Virchow, he is famous for his contribution to the cell theory again. So basically, Rudolf Virchow, scientist called Rudolf Virchow, he is famous for his statement called omnis cellulae a cellula. So omnis cellulae a cellula, that means all cells will be raised from the pre-existing cells. All cells come from the pre-existing cells. So this is the third contribution and major contribution to the cell theory. So it states that omnis cellulae a cellula, that means cells come from the pre-existing cells. He also shaped the cell theory. He pulled up the idea of these Schleiden and Schwann discoveries along with his concept called omnis cellulae a cellula, and shaped the classical cell theory. So classical cell theory was proposed by Rudolf Virchow, and it states that all tissues are made up of living tissues are made up of cells and cell products. So either cells or either directly or living tissue will be formed with the cells, maybe from the cell products. And the cell is the unit of life. That means it plays structural and functional roles for the living beings. And all cells come from pre-existing cells. And also, Rodolphe Virchow, who proposed this cell theory, was also considered as the father of cell pathology. So, these are some of the major contributions for the cell biology. So, hope you understand this concept, and if you really like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon for the further notifications.